Hello, I'm Todd Phillips, the editor of Canadian Auto Dealer. We're here today with David McClean, the Director of Marketing for the Canadian International Auto Show. Dave, hey, thanks for joining us.
Hey, Todd, thank you. Loving it.
Well, we've been waiting for this. Obviously, COVID, the pandemic, is been a big disruption to our industry. We all want to get back to in-person shows, and it's great news. Canadian International Auto Show is back in full force. So tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, well, you know what? It's we've had a couple of false starts over the last 2 years. I mean, when 2021, we were looking at putting a virtual platform together, but we didn't feel that it represented the industry in the best possible way, or at least the way that we thought consumers would expect it. And then, in 2022, we had an event, and there were late changes in December. So we're excited to be back. In 2023 at the Metro Toronto Convention Center, downtown Toronto. It's going to be a great event this year. Certainly, there's a lot happening. There are a lot of questions about where the auto industry is today, where it's headed in the future. And I think that's probably one of the greatest benefits that the Canadian International Auto Show has for consumers, is that there's so much to learn, so much to see, so much to do as it relates to the auto industry. And this year, there's no shortage of content.
And just to clear up and make it absolutely clear that it's full speed ahead. I mean, there's some great OEM participation. I mean, it's maybe down from previous years in the odd case here and there, but just tell us just about the robustness of the show, what dealers and attendees can expect this year.
Yeah, you never get 100% participation from all manufacturers globally. So what we try to do is put our best foot forward and put together an event that we know consumers will appreciate. So, we're going to be occupying the north and south buildings of the Metro Toronto Convention Center. It's going to be full tilt this year. We've got some great content. Of course, the number one reason why people come to the show is to see the new cars and light trucks that are available in the Canadian marketplace. And we'll have a full selection of those vehicles. I think we had somewhere around upwards of 70% of the top manufacturers in Canada will be participating. But I think a couple of the key items this year are going to revolve around electric vehicles. And one of the features that we're going to have that's totally unique and new to us is an indoor EV test track. Over 70,000 square feet is going to be dedicated towards the operation or the test operation of electric vehicles, and with the participating manufacturers. And that's a first for consumers, because we know that, the percentage of cars that are sold in the marketplace, how many of those are electric vehicles? And so many consumers these days have questions about the operating characteristics, the handling characteristics of an EV. So here they'll be able to test it firsthand at the auto show. And of course, all of those questions surrounding the operation or the ownership of an electric vehicle, about charging capacities and how long does it take to charge, and all of those questions can be answered in another feature we have this year, which is called Electric City. That'll be located in the North Building. So from north to south, east to west, we've got it all covered at this year's auto show. We're going to have all kinds of family features. We've got a deal that we're putting together right now with Lego to have a one-to-one size Lamborghini that will be on display. We had a Bugatti a few years ago. It was a huge family draw. We're working with Hot Wheels to show the hottest cars over the last 50 years of the auto show, in conjunction with, I call it a joint effort between the auto show and Hot Wheels. And let's not forget, and probably one of the most important things, is that this year is the 50th anniversary of the Canadian International Auto Show. So that's something to celebrate as well.
Well, on a personal level, I know that just hearing you talk here, you're passionate about this. You've been doing this for a long time. You love bringing this together, the community. You've got to do all the marketing in the community and the local media and such to get people out, get consumers interested. And again, how does it feel to be sort of back at the job, actually doing this stuff, making this stuff happen for the industry? So.
Yeah, you know what? It's been a quiet couple of years, and I love putting the show together. We've got a great team here. People are enthusiastic about the presentation of the auto industry, so it is exciting. It's an exciting time of year. There's always something to see. There's always something to do, and there's always something to learn at the auto show. So I think that from my personal perspective, it's going to be a great year. It's we'll always have questions about as we enter the show, what's it going to be like this year. Past years, we know pretty much what the attendance is going to look like. This year, we don't know. I mean, we could have, record attendance, because people have this pent up demand. People want to get out. They want to experience the auto industry. They want to see what's new, and they want to be entertained.
The other thing is a big event for dealers, because there's always an impact on local sales, and there's a bump because people are in the auto show looking around and stuff. So what are you hearing from the dealers about to get the auto shows kind of ramped back up full speed?
Well, the dealers are excited. I mean, as you mentioned, the auto show is a catalyst for that spring selling season, and we know the effects that the auto show has on the marketplace in terms of its impact on retail sales, because that's really what we do. That's our core job, is to get people excited about the new car buying experience. And so the dealers they're happy it's on. They're wanting to know about what's happening on media day, what's happening at VIP night, what sort of expectations do we have for the event this year. So it's great to see this enthusiasm coming from that dealer group in Ontario. And I think that we're going to be able to put together a program that they can be proud of.
You mentioned VIP night. I think I must have gone to 10 years worth plus. Is it going to happen again this year?
VIP night's happening on February 16th. Of course, that's the night before opening day on February 17th. And we've got a good program that we're putting together. And again, the ink's not quite dry on the deal. We got a couple other things to figure out, but it'll be a great night, as it has been for the last, 47 of the last 50 years. We missed 48 and 49, but we're ready to go.
And just one last thought, for the industry, because the people who see this interview are in the dealer community, but also the OEM and the broader supplier community. Maybe just what takeaway would you have for them about this year's show and the team and behind it in particular you mentioned? So.
Well, I think there's a little bit, it's not misinformation, but I think there's a sort of a misguidance out there, a misunderstanding in the marketplace. Everybody thinks that, the only way you reach consumers now is digitally, and the digital marketing mix has to be a part of your campaign. It's a very important part of our campaign, but nothing replaces an experiential marketing platform. The opportunity for people to see, to touch, to actually understand firsthand what's going on with the auto industry, and not see it just from a screen perspective. I mean, there's a reason why people go to so many different dealer showrooms. And yes, I know all the stats about how many people are buying online, but it's an expensive proposition, and to touch, to feel, to see, to experience is all part of the automotive purchasing profile, what you go through. And we know that has not changed. We know that people are still excited about automobiles, about cars, and being the largest event in Canada, one of the largest in North America, I don't think they're going to be disappointed in 2023.
Well, great. Always good chatting with you, Dave. You got all that energy, and maybe you can get back to putting the final touches on this year's event, but it looks great. Look forward to taking part. So
yeah, thanks so much, Todd. Appreciate it.
Thanks for joining us. Signing off.